Wow, I didn't expect this many people. I saw nobody coming on. I was like, well. So Spirit wanted me to check on you guys and see if you're okay. This is going to be a safe space. I'm not going to allow troll. I'm not going to allow hate. I'm not going to allow MAGA to come in here. If I see that, I'll just start muting people. Okay. If you guys can hit the thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And I appreciate that you're all here. The balls are on, so we'll see if they go off. Um, so I had a hard time going back to sleep this morning. I think I woke up around, I don't know, 12 o'clock or something. And I couldn't go back to sleep. I woke up to a lot of stuff I asked not to wake up to. So that's kind of disheartening that people can't respect boundaries. This is a psychic channel. So what's crazy is, I don't know everything, unfortunately. I can only give what I'm given, and I will never, just because I can see how evil the guy is and what a monster he is and what he's going to bring to this country. If I were to be wrong, which I don't think I am, I have to trust I'm not. Not biased, I only give what I get. And I'm still kind of waking up, so I literally got out of bed and like jumped on here. You know what I mean? A lot of the other psychics are saying the same thing, that something's not right. I know she conceded. I don't know if that will change. I don't know if that will change if they find some kind of cheating or wrongdoing. Now, I just posted a video about Russian interference, and I know that that's what happened. I don't see the landslide being like this. I heard today something, there's like 40 million votes still needing to be counted. And what was interesting, I was actually listening to that, and then above it on my YouTube was this lady that was channeling, and she was doing she was doing a members only, and she was channeling, and she was telling light workers to stay firm and stand in the light when others stand in the dark. It made me emotional. I'm sorry. I get like super, super emotional. So I don't know. I think if they find, if it, like, say they were to do an investigation, because FBI knew that there was bomb threats. Okay. FBI knew that. Why am I so freaking emotional? I'm feeling all of you guys. That's the problem. Get your emotions in check. No, I'm just kidding. It's okay to be emotional. It's more of like, this has been a heavy burden on me. But I think more of what okay. And the ball went off too. I think more, it's not over, Jazz, okay? I need people to just chill, because a lot of my predictions haven't come true. I see things for a reason. Years ago, I saw his name crossed out, in whatever way that may be. I don't know. I'm not wishing bad on anybody, but I'm just saying that's what I was shown by Spirit multiple times. Actually, Aquariuses are usually detached, but we'll say that's my Libra side. Yeah, I do agree that. That's why they didn't do anything about Russia influence. And that's the video I posted earlier. I think his name is Keith. there's just something weird. I mean, people were having problems at the polling stations. I heard there was votes missing. We had all those bomb threats and all of the saw a pancake flip. I don't know what that means. Sorry, I'm eating. I think the reason she conceded was because, and that would be her stepping into her crown and taking it like any, like people want her to or expect her to, I guess, because Trump didn't. I'm making sure Casper's in the yard. Sorry, I'm eating because I've got a. I am too. Actually, I emailed her, I messaged her, I posted like, "Don't concede," and I should have thought to do it sooner. But you know what? People probably told her to because they want her to look like it. But I don't know. There's gonna be something weird. Like I cannot. This is the most confusing. These are the most confusing visions I've ever had about anything. Right? Um. I'm not. Well, fudge stick. Yeah, my day is going great so far. No, I literally just woke up. Spirit made me get up out of bed and come live and come make sure everybody was okay because I saw all the panic in the comments and I saw some hate. But what I was gonna say is, and I keep losing my train of thought, is yes, this was a huge burden on me. And I think a lot of people don't understand how hard this was for me. It's been 12 years and I've never spoken about anything. And the fact that I did, I think means a lot. Um, I think that the warnings were real. I think that my visions were real. I don't make shit up. And for anybody that says that I'm biased and I make shit up, girl, I swear the Russians are involved in this because if we go back over to my criminal reading showed Trump and Russia, Putin talking, and that they're like buddies. And you know that he had Russian people in his Trump tower. He was in with the Russian mob. Like he goes way back with Russia. Um and what's funny to me is Spirit brought me back to this moment in one of his rallies recently, and I need to find the rally. It said, "I have a secret. We're working on a secret. We're working on a secret." You know how he says shit and nobody pays attention? This is his secret. I always avoided it. And that's why I get pissed off when people say, "I'm going to leave your channel because you're talking about this." You don't have to watch the videos. And if you don't agree, if you're a Trumper, that's fine. I'm sorry that you're in the dark. And I'm going to say that because a lot of Trumpers are. They're misinformed, MAGA. They listen to what he spreads. And I can't believe that there's that many MAGA in the world that want us to go backwards and hate women that much. I can't believe it. I can't believe that that many people want an oppressed USA and want people to leave their social security. And it makes me mad that if this is legit, that that many people were selfish. There's people on social security right now that are freaking out. My mom's not even getting out of bed. That tells you the dark cloud that he puts over a lot of people that see him for what he is and know the truth and have done their research and know what 2025 is about and all of that. And yes, I have disdain for the man because he is the Antichrist, and you will never convince me otherwise that he's not. I can post to you what an Antichrist is. You will just like you will never convince me that Rick Allen is innocent. It just ain't gonna happen. So don't even try. Um. Hey, Reno. Exactly. And if many of you guys don't know, I watched the documentary, and I don't know how many people know this, because a lot of people don't watch documentaries, and I don't really either, but when Spirit put me on this path, they put me down a rabbit hole, and I said, well, I better get to know things. Like, I better get to learn things if I'm going to be talking about this stuff. And so I don't know if you guys know, but when he was president, he uh Putin told him that the president of Ukraine, slipping my mind right now, Zelensky, had information on Biden and Biden's son. And when Trump went to Zelensky, Zelensky said, I don't have anything like that. Well, guess who pulled aid out of Ukraine? He pulled $4 million worth of aid out of Ukraine. After he got out of presidency, that's when Russia invaded. They were left vulnerable because of his ego. So, and then they manipulated him. He's very deep in Russia, and so is Elon Musk, talking to them 22 times. I think Starlink is a security risk. Oh, he spills all his secrets, just like he tells people he's going to touch women's pee right to their face. He touches women pee right to their face, and he can do it because he's a celebrity, fortunately or unfortunately. And that's okay with people. I hope. I don't want to give you guys false hope, but I just have to try to trust. I myself have even been telling myself, you gotta trust Spirit, you gotta trust Spirit, you gotta trust Spirit. When have they not rather ever, led you wrong? You might not perceive it right, but they're always right. You might not perceive it right. And when I've tried to learn to just tell you guys what I see instead of trying to make a perception of what it means, because sometimes my perception can be off. So maybe her stepping into her power is just her stepping into her power. Maybe she'll be future president in the future. I don't know. All I know is it's funny to me, multiple psychics, multiple astrologists, the guy with the 13 keys all got it wrong. He hasn't been wrong in 4 years. Hold on, I need to make sure my dog didn't just leave with this. Sometimes this thing lies. I'll be right back. He's sitting at the front door, but it said he was down the road. What the hell? The satellites are even going crazy. No, sometimes it does that, and it makes me like stress out. But yeah, it was Mike. He was talking about him and Mike Johnson had a secret. I know they don't believe it. That's the thing. Yeah. And I went down to I gained 30 something subs back, and now I'm down to I'm down to Ginger. My dog just fell off the stairs. Anyways, I'm down to like 23.2 or something, but I'm not the only one losing subs. What's this crazy to me? Other psychics are losing subs. Other people that have spoken about this are losing 500 subs at a time, that we're talking, that we're giving truth about Trump. Like, everybody's losing subs. It's not just me, but it's been happening since I started doing this. But again, that was a test. It was a test on who needs to be here and who doesn't. And just like in the group where I have people being jerks, but you know, well, I appreciate that. I don't know why you would be for a predator, but that's totally up to you. That's what I'm saying. You're giving death sentences to women. You know what? I can't tell you how it's going to turn out. All I know is there's things that keep repeating in my mind that I've gotten. And that has to do with there's an enemy in his midst, there's the heart attack or the coming back from the podium, and there's the Russian interference. And there's all this turbulence and shit that's going to happen before January 6th, and Pluto going into Aquarius, getting rid of the old card and call it causing a revolution. Either that or something happens and we have a civil war because of it, because of Uranus hitting into Aquarius, or I mean America going into a Uranus return, sorry. But what's interesting to me, and I find interesting, is that in the very first vision I ever got, I saw this man walking on the stage. I felt a younger energy, but I couldn't tell male or female. It was like the energy was different from that person. Dark-haired man with blue eyes. You look at JD Vance, sometimes he has blue eyes, sometimes he doesn't. So that could be way in the future. That could be a president in the future that I'm picking up. I mean, I pick up a cross-up of Trump about 4 or 5 years ago. So people don't understand that my stuff can happen way in the future, and she could be president one day way in the future. Or this was Russian interference, and all the psychics, all the astrologists, and everybody got it wrong because of that reason. They are, and that's what I'm saying. There's a difference in energy, and they are the type of people that will come to you and go, "Na na 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 in your face, you were wrong. Well, it looks like you need to stick to crime. Oh, looks like you were wrong. You're not God. You don't know everything." It was a documentary about him and the Russian mob, the Russian mafia, the Russian mafia. I have posted it on my community page, but I think if you just Google that documentary, it'll come up. Yep. Thank you, Priscilla. That's exactly the words. I couldn't think of the exact wording. Like I said, I'm drinking my caffeine right now. I'm not fully awake, but that's exactly what you said. He actually said, "I've got a secret. You don't even have to vote. I got this." But it's a secret. He said the quiet part out loud. Musk and Putin satellites, Starlink. Yep. What do you think all the bomb threats were about? It's because they're brainwashed. And I've tried to understand that cult mentality because that's what it is. It's a cult. And I'm sorry, I try to understand why anybody would support a predator, a felon, a fascist, a dictator, somebody that's just mean, that ripped out their wife's hair and cheated on all their wives and cheats at golf and cheated the American people last time he was in office and has funneled money out of charities. Like, the list goes on about the shit this guy has done. He's not presidential. All he gets up there and rambles and spews hate and demonizes races. And now, if everybody thinks that him deporting all these people is going to bring any kind of anything to the community or to the world, it's not going to bring shit. It's going to bring violence. It's going to bring people are going to be running for their lives. It's going to bring down the economy. Like, it will decimate the economy, unfortunately. His plan will decimate the economy with all his tariffs. So, and I hope you're listening to this, the person that said they weren't here for Trump, because I think that people really need to research who this guy is. The riot should have been enough. And he did not say peacefully and quietly. He also said, "Let's go give him hell. I'll go with you." As Pence was running away, fear of his life. So what? He's a malignant narcissist. Malignant narcissists do not have empathy for anybody. He doesn't care about you. He doesn't care about me. He doesn't care about anybody. The only thing he cares about is staying out of prison, because guess what? If he gets in, he can pardon himself. I can commit all the crimes I want and I can pardon myself. It's disgusting. I don't see him making it I'm not even sure he's going to make it to January 6th. His health is not good, I'm telling you guys. His health is not good, and when you're sitting and snorting out Adderall and Coke all the time, and we're having to wear diapers. Yep. Nope, not by that much. Not by that much. Yep. I know, Luann. You were one person I thought of because I saw that you were scared, and I know that that's a big thing that, that economists say that he will do, and he does want to cut people's, and that's another thing. If women wants their rights so bad, you know what's coming next? Your right to vote. The Christians have said it out loud. What are we getting rid of the right to vote? She has to ask her man. She has to ask a man. If it's not her husband, it's her father. It's not her father, it's her uncle. Well, guess what? I don't have any men around me, so who the hell do I have to ask? Oh, am I going to be put in some camp because I don't adhere to your rules and be in this family and make a bunch of kids because you want to outlaw birth control, you want to outlaw all this other shit. You want to let women die because they can't cross state lines to go get the health care they need in an emergency. They should have left that alone. I don't care if it's at the states. It's not fair that people that need health care, which I've seen a nurse say it happens all the time, where women die because they need an abortion because they have an unviable fetus or something else is going wrong, and they can't go across state lines. That's the way they do. Let them sit there and die. Like, it's disgusting. Why? Since when is it okay to take our rights away that we already had? Oh, also, yeah, going back to the Diddy connection, Diddy stayed in Trump Tower. He's aligned with 2 traffickers, but that's okay with everybody. It wasn't okay. Everybody hated Epstein, but he's Epstein's best friend. You're telling me he's hanging around with young models and old men and bringing women from China and he's not doing anything? Yeah, I don't think so. Come on. I know. And I had anxiety last night and I'm like, man, maybe I just drank too much coffee. But I don't like being wrong. I don't want to tell you guys something that I see with my own eye, with my own third eye, and it not come to pass because I know people trust me. It's not like I saw that because I don't like the guy. I saw that because it's what they showed me. When I'm in channeling, I'm not thinking. I don't think that had anything to do with Diddy, Stacey. Everybody needs to quit looking at his friends are supporting. She did that because they were popular. It's not always. I mean, you're gonna talk about that, but let's ignore all the pictures of him and Diddy, and Diddy staying at the hotel or Trump Tower, whatever the hell you want to call it, where the safe probably is, with all the Epstein shit. Who had the most to lose when? Who had the most to lose when Epstein was captured and he was president and he was becoming president? Yeah, exactly. And when he says stuff, people say, "Oh, he didn't mean that." He didn't mean that. He sat there and fantasized about violence on Liz Cheney. It made me feel like, whoa, like sick, the way that it was described, almost like he got this happiness out of it, satisfaction out of it. And everybody, oh, he didn't mean that. He didn't mean that the way that it was said. But that's exactly it. He sits there and tells you guys he's got a plan, you don't need to vote. And he's in cahoots with Russia. I'm convinced that too. I'm telling you, he's been with Russia for years. The last time they interfered, what happened was it came out about Katie Johnson. She filed that lawsuit and he was losing. So what does Russia do? They release all the emails. So then all the attention goes on her. Exactly. Speaker of the House Mike Johnson is the one he had secret with at MSG. Yes, correct. That one. That's the one I'm talking about. I'm sitting out there like he's saying, I have a secret. And I'm thinking, I wonder what secret that could be. Considering you say you're going to win, you're up in all the polls even when he wasn't. I don't know. It's hinky. I keep using the word hinky, but I don't even know. I don't even normally use that word. Yep. I don't know. All I know, it was on the documentary. And you know what? I appreciate you guys with all my heart. The people that have stuck around have been, good supporters and have been kind supporters because, you know, I've had people, like I said, I lost a lot by doing this, but I had to trust spirit that maybe they're giving me the visions they're giving me because I was capable of receiving them and giving them to you guys, giving them to you guys. It doesn't mean I'm perfect and I know everything and I know why. Yep, they're oppressive, unfortunately. The darkness in divisions comes from following a man that is dark, that is the Antichrist. That's where it comes from. And people not seeing him for who he is, and then it causes strife. I was just gonna say, that's what I'm saying. Those satellites, I don't know, man, because that the dog collar keeps telling me he's out of the yard, and he's like right here, and I like start panicking. Oh, I gotta go chase him down the street now. I think it is. I mean, I think it's impossible for all of us to be wrong, the astrology to be wrong if you read it right. These are coming from good astrologists. This isn't just regular astrology. This is also her di- zodiacal releasing, however you say it, which is something that is a big thing in astrology to predict these kind of stuff. I don't know. And then you have the guy that's never been wrong in 40 years, all of a sudden is wrong. By this much of a landslide, I mean, that could be why I felt landslide. I just misperceived what side it was going to be on. But a concession isn't legally binding. You can withdraw it. Actually, Al Gore did in the 2000 election. The vote isn't legally binding until they're officially certified by each. Okay, I was reading they were having a lot of polls, like a lot of polling station issues, and I saw that one crashed and they had to recount those votes. That got there. I heard that there was something like 40 million votes missing, but I haven't found anything about that. That's what another lady was saying. Um, I just can't believe that America would vote for this. I was watching one of the guys that I always watch, and he says, "I can't believe that you would vote for a felon, a criminal, a fascist, a predator." Like, I can't. I don't know where America. It's got to be brainwashing, but at the same time, I don't think this was legit. I think he was supposed to lose by a landslide, and I think they flipped it somehow. I don't know. It's all digital, right? It's not. Is it digital? I did mine mail in, so I pray to God mine got there. But um, yeah, it's not just me. It's also I've seen other psychics that predicted she would win that lost people. I've some people that, I don't know if Midas Touch lost anybody, but a few of the ones that have almost a million, they're like, I lost 500 subs. Like, the guy I watch, what is his name? Adam. He's a little young kid. He lost subs. Like, everybody's lost sub, which is kind of ridiculous because if you're a true fan and you're into the truth and you're into like you found somebody in the first place, like, and you like them and you subscribe to them, like, why would you go and subscribe just because something like this happened? It doesn't make any sense. But you have to remember that when you have a dark leader that is negative, that is an antichrist, that's going to spread. And that's what I've been trying to say. Darkness spreads, evil spreads, hate spreads. And you have the light over here trying to fight it, like light workers and people like us, like trying to fight it. Like, it takes a toll on us because we know we're not going to convince everybody, but all we can do is try to, like the lady said, stand in the light when everybody else stands in the dark. And that got me in the feels because I needed to hear that message at that point in time. And I wasn't even watching her. I was watching the Russian thing, and all of a sudden she was right there, and I tuned in, and it was like, and this is to the light work. And then I was like, oh my gosh, like, I needed to hear this right now because I've questioned doing all of this. I've had people say, I liked when you did crime, no, you did politics. It's been 12 years, I've never touched it. So he's a criminal, though. So it goes along with the true crime aspect as well. I tried to spread the truth. I've tried to have people do their research, if just for your own understanding and ethics and moralities of what you're supporting and understand the policies you're supporting. Do you know what I mean? Um, but everybody has their own lessons to learn. And unfortunately, if he does stay in and I'm completely wrong and we go, I mean, even if say there was Russian interference, right? And we never find out. Like, I think like they never do digging, which is weird to me. It's very weird to me that they wouldn't. This is just weird. If you look at his rallies and you look at her rallies and you look at him saying he has a secret, you don't need to vote. And then you have the collusion with Russia, right? And this came in my Autowrite, or not my Autowrite, my crime reading that I did. I kept seeing him talking to Putin. And I got Putin was done. And I don't know what that means. I don't know if they find out something happens. I don't know if the government is looking at things under the covers and not letting anybody know. That's a big possibility. I'm not sure. I feel like he's got an enemy within his midst that it feels like it's silent. Like I said, like poisoning or something. If he is doing substances, it would be very easy to do so. Not saying I want that to happen. I'm just saying what has come to me. I know. I heard that not all the ballots were counted. No. Oh wait, I already saw that. We already went through that. God damn. I know. I haven't even talked to Carly. Yes, Reno Harrison would have done a lot better. Like I tell people to do their research, it is true that Dems are better at the economy. Okay? And I hope you're still here because I'm down on the comments. And I appreciate you being open-minded, and I appreciate you like wanting to listen to what I have to say, because that means a lot, because a lot of Trump supporters are very closed-minded and don't want to listen to facts and things. So I appreciate that. I just want to say that. She would have done a better job. It's proven that Dems do better at the economy. They've cleaned up a lot of Republicans. Biden came in and cleaned up from 9% to 2.4% of the economy. Trump had it up to 9% because of everything that had to do with COVID. I think people forget how he denied aid to Puerto Rico during the hurricane for like a week. He denied aid. So the hypocrisy of talking about the hurricane stuff is ridiculous. He denied it to California when they had a fire. I think he ignored everything that was set into place for the pandemic because of his ego. People think that the economy is failing and everything's going to shit because Trump is saying that, and he's brainwashing people and trying to control with fear. But it's actually not. Like I said, it went from 9% to 2.4%. Jobs are at an all-time high. The stock market is at all-time high. And a lot of people are blaming the media for not putting the truth out about this. So she would have done a lot better, yes. And I mean, astrology had her for 2 terms, meaning that she would have gotten us through it. I fully believe that Spirit wouldn't have showed her and saying that this was her path if she wouldn't have. I feel she's very smart, and also her economic plan would have only put us in a $1 trillion deficit. Well, his would have put us in a $5.8 trillion deficit and will decimate Social Security by next year. All the economists have said this. Last time he put us in an $8.5 trillion deficit. So between him and Bush, they've put us in the highest deficit. Obama came in and cleaned everything up from Bush, and then Trump skated in on his economy, and then he wrecked it. So yeah, she would have done better. He doesn't care about anybody. He doesn't know anything. He's bankrupted companies. He's grifting off of people because he sucks at business. They lied on The Apprentice because they needed to make him look good. He's not a good businessman. He's a predator. I don't know if you've looked at the Katie Johnson documents. If you want to go look at the videos I've done on that of what him and Epstein did, and it's proven him and Epstein were best friends. Everything that she says has merit. It's never changed. Then he's found liable of sexual assault. Although it's years later, it still happened. You know, I'm here for women's voices. I'm here for victims' voices. And I don't feel like we should listen to somebody that has a pattern of predatory behavior over the victims. And that's just some of the stuff I could tell you. Well, there's probably more that I'm not thinking of, Reno. Spirit did this, but I can't stay on here long for real because I gotta work at 6. I still gotta finish. He is a narcissist. He is a. You're talking about Trump, right? Because he's the one that sits with the girls on his lap naked. So yeah. I understand that, but like I always tell people, Reno, like if you don't vote, then you don't have a say. And I didn't really care to have a say. I didn't vote my whole life. I'm 42 years old. I never voted, but I voted in this one. And I voted in this one because Spirit I always thought I was rigged. Spirit brought me into politics and said, "Look," and I wanted to vote for the first woman president. I wanted to vote for someone that was light, not dark. And I felt like I was doing my right as an American to try to bring that in. So if people didn't vote, they can't really say, but I hope that you go and research more about this dude. I mean, he's been with Russian mob and cahoots for years. They were staying at his Trump Tower. I'd like to think that Bohemian Rhapsody, but sometimes I feel like we go like that's what the whole um Uranus return is. I'm concerned about because that brings revolutions and civil wars. So I'm a little concerned about that being next year if he were to be in office. I just feel like there's gonna be a lot that happens between now and then. I keep going to like that Pluto in Aquarius and something shifting. I mean, a lot of people don't realize how much astrology can affect us. It doesn't cause things to happen, but it is like it can bring certain energies. You know what I mean? Mm. Yeah, that's what I kept saying. Like in Arizona was really really close. Like we were within not even 1% at like 50%. And I didn't even see what the numbers ended up being if we flipped or not. I mean, they still have to count all the votes, right? So, I noticed that, and there was counties that weren't counted, and they were flipping the states, which I thought was weird. And then there was ballots, like there was a crash and a bunch of ballots went everywhere, and those were late. There's like 300,000 ballots or something like that. I don't know if I'm right on the numbers on that, but it was something of that sort. Yeah, no, I know. What are you talking about? Okay, I already said I wasn't allowing this in here, Allison. Um, I'm not doing it. Yeah, that's why I was telling people, like, I've been talking about this for months, Reno, wanting people to research and research and research. So I've got a lot of videos on it. I got a whole criminal video. It's like 3 hours long. The bear went off multiple times during that one. I really think he had something to do allegedly with Ivana's death because her NDA was about to run out the day before, like the day after she was killed. What are the odds of that? I fall down the stairs and the next day I'm allowed to tell everything, and then I'm buried on a golf course, but I'm ashes and I'm in a coffin. Like, there's a lot of weird shit. Yes, like I always say, you research. Yeah, and I see that like with people like I have seen people that have said I voted for him once or twice. I'm not voting for him this time. Because January 6th was a thing. Like, the rioting with January 6th, that was a lot for people, and that was treason. That was an attack on our capital. The president's supposed to protect us. He's not supposed to invite civil war on our what is dear and important to us, you know? Um, I agree with that. And I think that people didn't I'm telling you, he did not win. There is Russian interference here. I because I keep going back to him saying, "I have a secret. You don't need to vote." Look, the light's going off. Yeah, they're gonna try to and Elon Musk has even mentioned and said the economy will tank so that we can rebuild. Phoenix, she already did, but I don't think it's like a legal thing. I think they can go and research, like investigate under the covers. I really do. I'm not downputting Starlink. I'm just saying that I think that he's kind of, and I've seen multiple people say it, that he is um he's kind of a security risk with that. But they would have never been attacked had the aid not been removed in the first place. If Trump's ego hadn't gotten in the way and they wouldn't have removed their 400 million aid and weapons, Russia wouldn't have invaded. It wouldn't have left them vulnerable. So think about that. I understand about the Starlink being helpful, but there's other stuff. I mean, JD, I sure hope so. Because he admitted it to everybody. Look. He admitted it to everybody. Oh, I have a secret. You don't need to vote. And I thought about that today, and it like came back in my mind because sometimes Spirit will remind me of things I've heard or seen or whatever, to be like, hey, remember when he said this, or remember when this happened? And so, like, whenever I'm talking to you guys and I'm making videos, like, they're reminding me of stuff like to talk about. So sometimes it is channeled because, look, the ball's going off. So, you know, I really, yes, diapers. He does. He wears diapers. It's been stated. He wears diapers. Because it came out, the guy on The Apprentice came out and said that he worked with Trump for many years and he did coke and he had to wear diapers because he did coke, so much coke. So, allegedly. Yeah, he doesn't, I mean, I don't either. And so like I said, I don't know if she conceded somebody saying that's not legally binding. So, yeah, no, his heart is not good. I think he might have cancer. He's doing dementia. Like, that what makes me wonder, why is he not having to show his health records? If he's going to be president, then how come he's not having to show his health records as a 78-year-old? Didn't Biden have to do that? Since when do laws change for people? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's wild to me that in true crime, those who claim to be for the victim but yet voted for Trump makes no sense. That's what I've been saying for months, J Fox. That has been my point, and I have lost so many subs over trying to prove that he's a predator, and we should be looking at the victims, and we should be letting them have a voice because he's admitting it out of his own mouth. You know, I heard that she asked for like 200,000. Look, the ball's going off again. Or something to come on and talk about her book, and then I heard, oh, that's not what happened. I mean, I feel bad even having the visions, okay? I feel bad having the visions of him holding his chest, walking back. This ball's going nuts, though. I don't know if you guys can see it. But I always made the point too of who do we want our children to watch? Do we want our children to sit down and watch someone that is presidential and speaks unity and speaks love? No matter what you think about her, that's what she speaks, that's what she puts out. And then we have someone on the other side that speaks hate, demonizing people, demonizing races, spewing hatred, talking about people coming into their houses and slitting their throats. Like, you know what I mean? What side do you want your children to look at? When I hear people say, I gave this one person in my group lots of times. She was being kind of disrespectful, and I let it go. I let it go. I let it go. But when she said, "Oh, you just can't help it that you're wrong, and he's going to save America," I flipped and I kicked her out because you know what? There's nothing about him that's going to save America. Sorry, he's not nobody's savior. You're drinking the Kool-Aid. And remember what most cult members do, or most cult leaders do. And it's been proven he's a cult. Trumpism is a thing. It's a cult. It's been stated by people that study cults. What do? They send people to their deaths. That's what cult leaders do a lot of the times. I have a teacher, one of my students, crying today because she thought Trump, and yeah, he might bring slavery back. I mean, for all we know, and that's very sad, Vera, that our children are now scared for their lives. Yep. Yep, and that's what I'm saying too, is I think people should look at the lights. I think people should be able to love who they want to love, and we should have the freedom. This is America. This is America. We need freedom, not oppression. And unfortunately, he's going to get the Bible Belt because unfortunately they're backwards thinking a lot of the time. Um However, I was going to post it yesterday that God is against rape, God is against hate. I mean, and you're telling me that this person is of God? Yeah, no, I don't think so. There's nothing, not one thing compassionate and godly about him at all. And people that think that are totally misguided. Exactly, that's what I'm saying, Tina. You are speaking what I've been trying to say for months, that I lost subs over, that I took hate over. Like, never had to defend my gifts so much in my life, but it's funny to me that people follow me for true crime because of the accuracy that Spirit has, but yet when it comes to this, I completely don't know what the hell I'm talking about, and I shouldn't be talking about it. Like, but my point was, and what Spirit was trying to prove was that right there. They're trying to show everybody what a dark person he is, that he is the Antichrist. They showed me this years ago before I ever got into it. And I lost a lot of friends back then too because I felt he was the Antichrist or one of them. And I always saw destruction. They kept showing me destruction with him. Destruction, destruction, destruction. And then recently, him with devil horns and destruction below him. Like, that's what he brings. That dark attracts dark. I'm sorry, no light being is the way that he is and talks the way that he is. You guys see me talking like that? That's dark crap. It's low vibrational crap. No, it is not false, Tara. They have already let women die. I've seen nurses talk about it because they will be arrested if they help them. So that's not true. And actually, they just let a woman die where they taught Harris brought her parents on because she was given the pill and she needed a DNC and they would not perform one on her and she went septic and she died. So yes, they do. And that's not the only one. And that's what people don't understand is that the Democrats are not trying to take people's rights, but the Republicans are. They're back to that old Christian, thinking. Which I'm for Spirit, but not the religion because I feel like that's man-made to control people. SK? No. That's not true. It doesn't mean it was hers. Show me where it had her name on it and it was hers. These are people telling you that he was doing this during his when he was in that stupid fucking show that I never watched. You have no proof that it was Harris's either. It could have been anybody else's that was there. Give me a break. I'm so sure she does coke when she takes care of her body. She works out. She's in extremely good health. She released her medical records and there was no sign of that. So, pretty sure that would show up on her medical records if it existed. I said this was a safe place, and if you're going to come in here and talk crap about Kamala, you can just see your way out. I know, and I'm telling you, this was a story from a real person. So where there are healthcare bans, yes, they will not help. They did not help her. They did not give her a DNC, and she died of sepsis. And that is happening to a lot of people. I just saw a nurse state on YouTube that it happens all the time where people need abortions because their fetus isn't liable or it's a tubal or whatever, and they're dying. They're not getting their help. Go look at the numbers. Go look at the numbers since the abortion ban and tell me that the numbers haven't gone up for mortality rates, because they have. You're not in every hospital. Even though you're a health coworker, you're not in every hospital. He's talked about punishing women for getting abortions, and he's talked about punishing doctors for giving them to them. Yep, I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm hoping they will, Sylvia. I mean, that's what I'm really hoping for. I think that they need to do a huge investigation into, I mean, bring some hackers in, and you know what I mean? Bring their own hackers in. The US government, FBI, they've got hackers, bring them in. Check things out. You know what I mean? Because it just exactly. That's what I'm saying, Phoenix. That's exactly it. Epstein knew too much, and that came in the reading. He had him on video with Katie and probably others, because he actually, I found out afterwards, after that reading, that he used to videotape in the rooms. So I guarantee you he had videos. I guarantee you he had pictures. I guarantee you, and probably Trump has them now, or somebody has them, or they're hidden somewhere. But he had too much to lose. Just saying. See, young lady died last week because she was having a miscarriage. No hospital would help her in their area. Sent her home. She passed. See what I mean? It happens. Just because it's not happening in your hospital, or that you know of, or not on your watch, does not mean it's not happening. It is happening. Just like the lady that they wouldn't give a DNC to. Stacy, like I said, just because they know Diddy or they're Diddy's friends, they're popular. I'm sure she wasn't even looking at that. I'm sure she's looking at who's the most popular people to bring in. That's my take on that. What about all the videos? What about all the pictures of Trump? What about him staying in Trump's tower? Everybody wants to point fingers at that, but they forget about that. Yep, I did. I'm hoping so, Sylvia. Exactly. Birds of a feather will always flock together. Oh, well, welcome. I know, because I'm usually not this early. Spirit got me up out of bed. I couldn't go back to sleep, and they're like, you know what? Go do a live, check on everybody. Not you, girl. Not you. Not you, Gary. Yep. People saying wash him is disgusting. Yep. They all are. Trump backed Diddy too. Oh, he's a great guy. Remember that? So what's your excuse about his liability for rape and the 26 other women, and him saying it right to everybody's face that he can touch a woman's pee anytime he wants to? Unfortunately or fortunately, because he's a celebrity. That's okay? That's okay that they're, come on. He was Epstein's best friend. You're bringing up all this other shit. You ever been to a party? I mean, it doesn't mean you partake in anything when you're young. If that's true. I'm not buying it either, Debbie. I'm just not. I'm not. I think a lot of people aren't. I think the fact that he has ties to Russia, that he's saying, you don't need to vote. I have a secret. You don't need to vote. Come on, guys. He's telling it right to your face, just like he talks about the way he treats women. Yeah, if it's true, I'm trying not to be upset with the US, because I'm thinking that this was interference, starting with the bomb threats. I really am. Yes, and the prosecutor on the original Epstein case was working for Trump at the time. Are you talking about Rudy Giuliani? It's more than that, dude. You don't get this kind of landslide by just paying off officials, because he tried to call. What's funny to me is, I said, if this guy tries to steal our votes again, I'm getting a voodoo doll. And I shit you not, I had that feeling the night before, and that's why I said that. That's why I posted it. And now look. And he used to call, yeah, he called those other officials, like, they're still going to court for that. Sylvia, I hope so. I hope so. That's what we can hope, right? I'm hoping he doesn't get that far. He wasn't even shot, dude. Do you realize that Joe Rogan asked him to see a scar, and you can even see a scar? If a bullet actually went through your ear, you'd have like a hole in your ear. He didn't even have stitches. He had like a like a pad on for like 2 days. And a lot of people think that's hinky too. And then he goes and tries to sell assassination shoes afterwards. I'm hoping so, Leanna. I mean, I kept seeing skeletons. So for a couple weeks, Spirit showed me skeletons walking out of the closet, skeletons walking out of the closet, like over and over and over for 2 weeks. So I sat down and I did the reading. And I still think a lot of skeletons came out in October that no one cares about, but they still came out. And I think that they need to. I mean, they did have come out. The reporter did come out with his recordings to Epstein about Trump. So that's some of it. But I think there's more. I think there's videos. I think there's pictures. I think he said that there was pictures. So that validated for me what I saw. I definitely saw a video, and it was random vision. Usually my random visions I try to pay attention to, because if they come randomly, I'm not trying to get them. And I kept seeing this random vision of a video, and it was kind of grainy, and it showed me like a young girl and Trump and Epstein. And it came randomly, and I told Tracy about it. I was like out walking, feeding the goats. So, and then I find out, he does have videos in his room, in his room. So there are videos out there. There's lots of them, Tara. Just do your research, man. Like I said, the girl with the DNC, they didn't give her one, and it's sad. Just look up the mortality rate. Thank you, JD, for the super sticker. Yep, that's how I feel. There's no way it was that much of a landslide. No freaking way, dude. And like I said, I don't understand how there's been multiple psychics, multiple astrologists, the guy with the 13 keys. Like, I wonder what he's saying today. Like, he's saying it's not foolproof, but he's only been wrong once in that long a time. I don't buy it, because what we're getting aligned with him. You know what I mean? So that's my opinion, and that's what I've seen from Spirit. And I can't change that. People can call me biased all they want, but I know that I have integrity with Spirit. I know that I give what Spirit gives me, and I don't make visions up just because I don't like somebody. I can tell the difference most of the time between what's to me and what's from me. And if it repeats, and people don't understand. I will sit here and I will check in my mind to make sure that it's a repeating vision or it keeps coming to me, because that's the only way to tell, like, the difference sometimes between your own thoughts. So I'll double check myself. People understand when people say don't question yourself, it's because I'm double checking. When it comes important, I double check, because I never want to give wrong information. I don't want to give wrong information on a case. I don't want to give wrong information on this, because then it's the one thing that people will always remember when you're wrong the one time, but they'll forget all the times you were right before, and all the work that I did to build the subs that I have. I feel like I've earned all the subs that I have. I feel like I've worked hard to get there. I feel like I've been integrity and a voice for Spirit. And to have people just disrespect that really ticks me off, because when you disrespect me, you disrespect Spirit. And Spirit is, that's who I work with. They're the ones that gave me the gift. That's why I have what I have. I can't do what I do without them. And so they always come first above anything else. So if they want me to work on something, talk about something, that's what I do. If I feel the urge to do something, that's what I do. And I have to trust it. I have to, because that's the whole part of having these gifts, right? I know. Well, some of them did, and nobody seemed to care, right? That you had the 2 other girls coming out and all of that other kind of stuff, that some of the Epstein tapes. But I'm hoping more comes out. I'm hoping. So, oh, Gary, love you too. And yeah, like you asked if you could talk to me sometime. Sure. Find me on Facebook, dude. Linktree. You can find me on Facebook, a Linktree. We're not talking about Hillary here, are we? No, we're not. Oh, thanks, Jay Lizard. It's good to see some new people in here. I try, man. I try. It's been tough. It's been a tough battle for me. It's been tough seeing people go down that dark road and approve and condone his actions and who he is. It's very hard for me to see humanity do that, because I can't wrap my brain around it. I don't understand it. And you guys that are in here, you're vibing with the tribe. You don't get it either. It's mind-boggling. Then I try to say it's a cult, it's brainwashing, and I still don't understand how that works. Other than I know that there's certain words that are used to entice the brainwashing. And remember, one of the very first readings I did from Spirit was they said he hypnotizes with his words, and they showed me like a hypnotizing thing with the swirls. And then we had a psychologist come out and say, that's how he speaks. It's called spellbinding. So that's what I'm saying. He's never won a popular vote, and all of a sudden he wins it. It's odd to me. I'm not here just for you, but I believe in Spirit, and knowing you, I believe Spirit has found. And thank you. I appreciate that, Laura. I try. You know what I mean? Like I always tell people, I am just a person like you. Like I'm just a human. I'm not some mystical being. I don't know it all. I can only give what Spirit gives, and this has been fucking confusing for me. Because I'm like, I see this, I see that, I see this. I know I see this. It repeats, it repeats, it repeats. Like when stuff repeats, it's important. Same thing here. When anything repeats, it's important. If I'm giving a private reading and something's repeating, it will repeat till I fucking say it. So I say it. That's Spirit. That's not me. Yes, maybe a closet is a bathroom wall. I had a dream. I didn't release the dream because I don't know the significance of it. I had a dream that maybe it was symbolic now. I don't know. There was a dream of a Trump bus and it went off a bridge into the water. And then there was all over the news. Trump was all over the news. And then I had a dream that I was in the bathroom. I Trump somewhere, and I was pulling the paper off the wall and money was falling out. And I got caught. And so I went live to tell you guys saved me. Weird. But it was very real. The bus going off was very real. I know. I think he overplayed. I think he did it by too much. It would be different if I'm sorry that you love a predator. People say that, I just don't understand. It makes me sad for you. That's all I'm going to start saying. It makes me sad for you. I kind of thought, Shrinker, that she might become president for some reason before January. That would give her 2 terms. It would mean that she was president for a minute, stepping into her crown, and then say she went for another term after, like next election. So I had wondered that. I had kind of gotten that feeling. I think I got it a vision wondering if like she would become president before, and I didn't know if the coffin with the flag on it had anything to do with like Biden or Trump. I feel like it's one of them. I don't think it's Carter. It could be, but he wanted to be alive long enough to vote for Kamala. He might pass now. Like, oh fuck this, I'm out of this place. Like I would, but it could be, but it doesn't feel like that. I mean, it can have multiple meanings, but it feels more like it's one of those two. And I'm not trying to I don't want that to happen. You know what I mean? But I can't help what I see. I don't predict those. I don't like to predict those kind of things. But no different than I said in Prince Charles, something was gonna happen, or not? Is it King Charles? Something was gonna happen to him. And then something happens like with the royal family, it kind of falls apart. So I find that kind of interesting because I saw a prediction with Nostradamus, and I've said that in my Autowrites, and I saw a prediction with Nostradamus where he's saying like someone totally different comes in and takes over that's not even related. I thought that was kind of weird. I don't know how that happens, but I was like, okay, well that kind of aligns with me saying like the whole family kind of falls apart. But anyways, they showed me Trump crossed out years ago, and that's not biased because that came in an Autowrite. When I'm Autowriting and channeling, I'm not thinking. Look, there's my ball. There is my ball. So that's validating something. I think we need to pay attention to when the ball validates stuff, because I think they're validating important. I think they're validating important stuff. I know, dude. I've been saying that for either. He wasn't muscled out of office, so they put in a good he stepped down for his country because he's a patriot. Period. You're listening to Trump on that. Quit listening to the lies. He did what was best for his country, something that Trump will never do. He doesn't have the ego like Trump does. But he's certainly getting kind of spry in his old age talking. I think it's hilarious, you know. He calls Trump supporters trash, but yet Trump supporters just called Puerto Rico trash, and like they talk shit about the country every day. But one thing Biden says and everybody freaks out, but Trump can say a million things about how the US is garbage. Drives me wild. Yeah, I do too, Juliet. Yeah, I do too. I've like he's too young, or I would totally date him. There's another one that reminds me of him too, and I'd like the name is slipping me right now. I think it's beyond paid off officials. I really do. I think it has something to do with yeah, I won't even say what I want to say, Leanne. I'm gonna be nice. Yeah, I know it's and there's something I'm telling you, there's something not right, and I don't think. Oh my god. SK, really, I don't even know why you're here. This I'm making this a safe place for everybody, and you want to come in here. You know how I feel about this, and I trust spirit, and it's not a problem when it's against. No, 2016 was different. It was different than now. Biden didn't have cahoots with Russia. There wasn't Russian bomb threats coming in. It was completely different the way that this flipped. I'm sorry. I don't feel like that USA is that that's stupid. Sorry. But it feels like they, that's what people don't understand, and what spirits always said is that USA is in a domestic violence relationship with a narcissist. That's it. I don't understand what you're saying. Alexander Costa, the prosecutor whom approved the Epstein plea deal, named and unnamed persons he was working in Trump administration when the Jeffrey Epstein died. Yeah. Bill Barr? Are you talking about Bill Barr? Because he went to see Epstein right before that happened. And Door County turned blue. It's been right for the last 7 election. I know. I get, yep. Yes, it is. I don't see him winning at a landslide like this. If we look at, then a lot of people are saying that. You look at Harris's rallies and then you look at his rallies. His are all dreary and there's barely any bear there and people are leaving. You see hers that are amazing. And I just, you see everybody's fan base from all the, like Taylor Swift and everybody. They've got millions and millions of people. I just don't see. Well, I think, well, I mean, he's the one that removed aid from Ukraine before he left office. So why don't you go ask him that? I think so. I think his ego. I think his ego. And that might be why I got the landslide. Like it might be something like that. How do you do that though? You're going to have to tell me how to track it. Like I said, I've never voted before. Chat GPT said it was election interference by outer country. Yeah, I think so too, Anne Marie. AI, yeah, I think they would, because AI also said she was gonna win too. I remember. I know. I know. And that's the other thing too. You think of all the victims he has, and now they're seeing these, this happen. I talk about PTSD. No one gives a fuck about them though, except for you guys. But you know what I mean. You should never have to cry or lose sleep over DT, and you have for months against everything you have done, losing money because this is your job. People left you struggled a lot, but you never give up. And I won't. That's the thing about Aquarius is we're resilient and stubborn as fuck. And nobody tells us what to do except for Spirit. Spirit's the only one that will ever tell me what to do. No one will ever tell me what to do with my channel. I mean, I started with 5,000 subs. If I go back to that, I go back to that. Then that just tells me, guess what? Y'all didn't think I didn't earn what I got. And fuck all the times I was right. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's over either, Lori. I really don't. Like, I just have this feeling. That's why I think I was so calm last night. Yeah, I know. Just tell her to just try to relax. It's not over yet. Oh my god. Okay, I'm getting rid of this person. I told you guys it was a safe place. I'm not dealing with that. I'm not dealing with it. Yeah, Reno has. That's what I'm saying. Oh, here we go. SK, I'm not into all the conspiracies. I'm into what Spirit tells me, and that's it. Well, no, I think if there's so they would also flip the other stuff red, right? He always betrays his buddies. Maybe he will pass off as a billionaire co-cheater and they talk. I hope Biden and the CIA, Homeland Security, FBI. I hope they are too, JD. I really hope they are because I know Biden doesn't really like him and I don't think he gives a fuck anymore. So I could see him doing that. I, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you like a man like that. I'll just say that, Cassie. I'm trying to be respectful. Well, that's what I'm telling you guys. A lot of the stuff hasn't happened. Watch the video from last night. So I think that again, there's going to be a lot of stuff that happens between now and January 6th, as far as we might find out there's Russian interference. Like again, remember that it's not over till it's over. We have 2 months until he's elected. I saw him in court. I said it might have something to do with the election and his own stuff. I saw somebody against him in his own party that he does not know. This is his own enemy within. It's funny, Spirit just said that. Because they know how he is. And again, I see him stumbling back from the podium. So I've gotten for months that his heart isn't healthy. He's dementia. He's failing in his brain. He's getting dementia, and his dad had Alzheimer's. And I always can't breathe when I tap into his energy. And I really do think like he's got cancer or something, like because they kept showing me the blood. Now that could be blood flow. Sometimes when I get that, it's like a blood flow thing or it's a cancer thing. And I'm not trying to like diagnose or want it to happen or anything. I'm just telling you what I've been getting for months. I even pulled like the Three of Swords, which is heart attack. And what's interesting is after I did all this, I pulled up something one day and it was talking about how he, I think it was like last election. Was it last election or election? It was like 5 years ago. So he went to the hospital and everybody said it was a heart attack. And he said, no, it was just like, I just went there. I don't know who just goes to the hospital just for like a checkup, but okay. But it got released in that he has severe heart issues and that balls going off. He was stated to have a heart attack in about 5 years, which this is 5 years. So I found that interesting. I found that kind of validating. Not that I want that to happen. I'm just saying. And then the ball's going off. I got rid of Lizard. I'm done with this shit. No one calls me whatever he said. This is a safe place. Yeah. So there's also a guy that I watched. He's I don't know if he's more of a religious channel or what he is, but I watched him one day and he was talking about how there's other signs that he's the Antichrist. So for my card said, I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Yep, that is true. It is tough. It is tough to do that. But all we can do is try to breathe, knowing that we can't change anything. All right. Putting love and light out there, putting light out there, and trying to push that forward on You know what I mean? On the whole situation. That's all we can do. Yes, Cassie, I appreciate you staying and listening. Like I said, I appreciate people that like Trump and are still here, but I wish I could flip you guys. Like, I would love to flip you and get you to see all the horrible person he is. And that's why I say I'm sorry, because it makes me sad. It makes me sad that anybody would condone his rhetoric, condone who he is, and believe his lies. So it hurts me. So I have a hard time with it. In Wisconsin, it showed 93%, and Harris down 3,000, 30,000. I know, and I don't know what. I'm trying to remember. I want to say it was a county that is always blue, that where there was an accident and all they lost. All the ballots were everywhere. That's all what you want to believe, and in your conspiracy, go ahead. I'm not even. A lot of people go and listen to the conspiracy shit, and I'm just telling you what spirit gives me. That's it. I mean, I don't know. I'm wondering though, like someone said, like about her becoming president anyways until January. I don't know. I knew him back in the day. I knew him back in the day from Studio 54. I didn't like him then, and now we all need prayers and blessings. Yep. That's the thing, is he's a narcissist, and he's got a lot of anger behind the scenes, so he's very mean. He's very mean. He's a Gemini. And not saying all Geminis are bad, but they can have two sides and two faces, just saying. And he literally is wired in his chart to be a criminal. If you watch that guy I always post, I love how he, like, straight blunt, he doesn't like him. Somehow he has lots of subs and doesn't lose them, though. Exactly. Trump talked about being, and that also came out in a magazine or in an article. It came out in an article where he was like really talking about screwing her. I don't even know where those words come from. I don't talk like that, so I apologize. It came out in an article and I posted it. People are okay with that too. So, and apparently she is as well. I don't know what to say. Nope, I think it was rigged. I don't think it has anything to do with that. Yeah, I got rid of him. Don't worry. I got rid of him. Yep. Space, safe place. We have a safe place here. Stacy, I'm not biased. For fuck's sake. The next time I hear somebody say that, I'm getting pissed off. I give the visions that I'm shown. I do it in cases, and I do it here. She was wrong about Delphi. So she's all into the conspiracy stuff. If you want to go follow her, you're more than welcome to go follow her. I'm not biased. Just because I don't like somebody, that doesn't control the visions that I get, that doesn't control the cards that I get, and that doesn't control that the balls light up. He's not going to be president in the end. Period. Wait for shit to happen. It is not over. And if I hear somebody call me biased again, I'm automatically banning and deleting because I'm sick of it. I'm not biased in cases, and I'm not biased in this. You are not in my head. You do not see what I see. You do not pull the cards that I pull. Just because I don't like somebody, I don't like half the people I do readings on, as far as the people that kill them in true crime. Do you think I like the husbands that I do readings on for that have unalived their wives? No, that doesn't make me biased. I give the visions I give you guys. Sorry. Getting irritated about that. I agree, Owl Eyes. I agree. Yep. Can you ask GPT that? I don't have it. Like, is it an app? I try to give everybody the benefit of a doubt, but when they start calling me biased, there's no reason for them to be on my channel. Why are you here? If you don't trust what spirit gives me, why are you here? Just like Rick Allen is manipulating everybody. He's made himself look old and frail to fear people, or to make people think that he's some sickly person that couldn't have done this. It's a manipulation tactic. What do you see when you look at someone? If you see a strong man, you say, okay, he could do that. If you see a weak man, no, he probably couldn't. You will never, ever, 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 ever convince me. And Spirit gave me that name. I'm not biased in the readings that I do. I can't control what I get. Like I said, I'm always second guessing what I'm getting, and I'm always making sure it's from Spirit as it's coming in. So, yeah, there's a lot of psychologists that are saying that. They had a literal, what is it called? Like, I don't know, it was a rally, a conference or something with psychologists, um, military leaders, and all of that, trying to say, look, he's a danger, people. He's a danger. And nobody listened. Like, they did the whole thing. Done with her. What's so weird? Thank you, Natalie. I'm glad you're here. You guys just saw a little bit of Rochelle After Dark, as Kelly would call me. No, the ball went off though. Yeah, Ivana was. I mean, he's all into Russia, so. Hey, Kimberly. Yep, and Trump was right there along with him. SK, right there along with him. He was right there the whole time as his best friend because he's a great guy. Yeah, I have my feelings on that. Yeah, I think so too. Thanks, Reno. I hope that we flipped you. Tell me we flipped you. And and then you have him shouting Hitler rhetoric, poisoning the blood, and America's for Americans. I'm sorry, it was built on immigrants. You're an immigrant. I'm an immigrant. They use that with the Germans. They said the same thing. So there is a firmament. Moon is a false moon. I don't know what you mean, Bradley Bear. Yeah, I know. But the good thing is when you use technology, sometimes it can be traced back with the right hacker, right? How do you ask the chat? How do you ask the chat GBI? I mean, I follow that guy that does that. Bye, Kat. Thank you for stopping by. I gotta get off here soon. I gotta go take care of stuff. Okay, so what? That doesn't mean that we need to okay it from a sexual predator. So to well, I got up from Spirit pushed me out of bed. You know? I don't think he did. We're not done, Karen. We're not done. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I did too. I pulled a star. I think I pulled the star card or one big card for her as well. So, yep. More to that once when he's in office, you'll never have to vote again. Yep, yep, yep. Can't resist the hints of dropping a hints of his corruption. Exactly. Typical they tell on themselves all the time. Narcissists do, but the problem is that people don't listen or pay attention. So all I know is what the guy said. I'm just repeating what the dude said from The Apprentice. So I think it depends on what your system has, right? Yep. What she says. Exactly. But like I said, no, I would have to be from, I mean, if he's going to be president, they should make it from unbiased source. And yep, I literally have a shirt that says I can't handle more 4 more years into fuckery. um I mean, he literally admitted it to everybody. It's crazy. He literally said, like, we have a secret. It's fucking it's crazy to me. I didn't. You're not muted, KJ. You're not muted. I see you. She's saying I muted her. I'm telling you I didn't. I didn't do that. I'm looking at you right now. Here, I'll have to wait till I get down because it's not. Yeah, we've never had a convicted criminal allowed to run. Like I said, spirit doesn't run, but oh, that ball validates. It validates. It's spirit touching it, validating. That's what that's there for. I know. Well, you know what? Oh, I forgot to read this one. Biden has complete immunity now per the Supreme. You mean Trump? I can't believe he would just hand us over to Putin faction of the government without doing something to try us out. Oh, you mean Biden has complete immunity now? What? You mean Trump has complete immunity now? I don't think Biden's going to let this go. I think there's going to be some sort of investigation. You know that they have hackers. Maybe they'll. Really, Bradley? You trust your kids with a predator? So you have a guy that's telling you he can touch a woman's pee anytime that he wants, and he has young girls sitting on his lap, and he was with Epstein when they they violently, RAPED, Katie Johnson, who was 13 years old at the time, and you would trust your kids with Trump? Really? Have you seen how creepy he is when he talks about kids and girls? Wow. I feel sorry for you, honestly. You shout hate and rhetoric and demonizing races in your home? You allow that? I can't believe it. Am I in the fucking Twilight Zone right now? No, he said he had a secret. Okay, I think we have another. I promised you guys peace, so I'm getting rid of people. I don't give a fuck. I didn't time out KJ. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand. Well, I don't know. Not if it's done by somebody that's he doesn't know. I think that should be forced, but who fucking knows? I don't know. Yeah, that could be where the I I don't like I know how to read the crime cards. I'm not great at the tarot cards and putting them in these sort of situations that I'm learning how to do. Let me try something. I'm gonna have to get off here though and go take care of my animals because I have to work tonight. I have not heard from my first appointment, so. Well, actually, I don't need to pull these because I trust Ellie Dreams. I might do this later. I'm pretty tired, but Ellie Dreams, she pulled 3 cards last night, and because I went to go check her because she was also saying that Harris was gonna win, and she like had the same. She had the dream that I had the vision of him falling back from the podium. She got 3 cards, and she reads tarot a lot better than I do, and she said there's gonna be a fight over this. Like it's not over. So when I saw that, I was like, okay, I need to go. I need to believe what I'm getting. Yeah, he doesn't pay his employees. He leaves people out Coachella. He has no morals or values. People want to trust their kids with him, but he has no morals or values. Shows where the morals and values stand, right? I mean, Uranus is... America's going to the Uranus return next year, so... There is no bias when you know he's a criminal. You think Spirit would support that kind of criminal? Hell no. For fuck's sake. Exactly. That's my point. This is a justice spirituality channel. Psychic channel. A justice psychic channel. Spirituality. We teach about spirit. We teach about love. We teach about light. We try to educate on how spirit works. And we try to be a voice for victims of any victim. Doesn't matter if they're alive or not. And sorry, but spirit would never condone this type of behavior, this kind of darkness, this kind of rhetoric, this criminal, this predator, period. So if you can't see that and understand why spirit would ever condone anything like that, then you are on the wrong side. Doesn't matter if you think that the Dems are involved in trafficking and all that stuff. That's not what Spirit's showing me. They're talking about the issues at hand right now. And actually, I seen her having a bill for trafficking and doing something about trafficking. So the majority of the comments I've seen in the chats that voted for him said they did because of the economy. But he can't. He won't. Did they not see where it said that he would decimate the economy and people would lose their Social Security because he's going to put us in an $8.5 trillion deficit because he doesn't understand what tariffs are? It's $4,000 a year for everybody. Can Biden require medical records with the new unchecked powers of Supreme Court gave to the president? No medical records. No, I don't know. I don't know the laws. He is the Antichrist. You won't convince me otherwise. Period. Let me tell y'all what an Antichrist is. I have to go find it because, well, I guess you could just Google it. Just Google what the Antichrist is. It is a dictator. Yep. Unfortunately, like I've said for months, this is a light and dark battle. And so what are people going to let win? What have they not learned and evolved from? Because this is humanity's lessons too. So what have they not grown and evolved from? Have they not learned from the past? Are they letting history repeat itself? Guess what? If so, they got some hard lessons to learn. And a part of me is like, let him be president and show everybody. Show everybody who he really is, because maybe then when we have... They just show me destruction. When there's destruction everywhere, maybe they'll finally listen. But I don't want that for you guys. I'm just saying. It would be nice if we could put him in like a simulation or something. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And tariffs. Look up tariffs. $4,000. They're saying that it will decimate the economy. He got fact checked by one of the Warren University professors saying, I told you this is going to cost a $5.8 trillion deficit. It will take days, but she already conceded. I mean, I don't know again how legal that is. So, well, that's what I always tell people too, though, is I tell people don't put everybody in the same box because you always have light fighting dark, right?
So there's always a light dark battle. That doesn't mean just because someone's a politician that they're automatically dark or they're automatically bad. That doesn't mean that. People of light beings are put into places of the dark to try to shine that light, to try to be hope. Just because they're a politician or whatever doesn't mean they're dark. They're just like there's not all good policemen. There's not all good, there's not all good everything. But you can't put everybody in the same box. What comments? No, we had something happened to Kelly. She got kicked out or something, or muted or something. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They would not do a DNC because it had something to do with that. So, yep, women have died. I worked in healthcare and I know how SRs and RNs have to obey the laws. Thank you. And it varies from state to state. Who was 40? We're not. No. Look, like I said, her skeletons are nothing like his skeletons. We've all got skeletons. No one is perfect. If you expect her to be perfect, I got another thing coming for you because you're not perfect. I'm not perfect. None of us are perfect. We all have past. We all have things we've had to learn. The point is, do we grow and evolve and become a better person and try to spread light and try to do the good thing? Or do we spread hate, negativity? Everybody's scared. What does that tell people? 8-year-old text just died recently after him. Not false at Tara. 8-year-old text just died recently after miscarriage. Went to 3 hospitals trying to get treatment. Tell that crap to her family who had to bury her. Yep. Just look it up. Just look it up, the mortality rate. Everybody's scared. So if anybody thinks yeah, I want to see the proof. They all talk about conspiracies with Kamala and Kamala, and I want to see the proof. They can't show me the proof. Because we're supposed to show all this proof of Trump. It's never enough. It's never enough proof on Trump. But her, let's just assume stuff with no proof. It is true. Yeah. I know. And I'm gonna have to get off here. I always say that, but I got to really. Yeah, I know. It's disgusting. Just like I had. Yeah, well, people are saying they did, but it was a photoshopped image. So, but thank you, Carrie. I appreciate that. I'm trying. I appreciate the support sincerely. No, it hasn't, but this goes beyond politics, right? This goes country over party. This goes right over wrong. This is light over dark. This is ethics. This is love over hate. This is what's moral, what's immoral. It's beyond politics. Because I had somebody say yesterday, why are you just supporting somebody based on who they are? Are you kidding me? Someone who they are, they will show you who they are and how they treat you. If you have somebody that's a malignant narcissist, he's going to treat you like a malignant narcissist would. He's only going to care about himself. It also has to do, we also have to have somebody that's presidential and has ethics and all of that. And then you're telling me you're following policy, but his policies are going to decimate the economy. So exactly what policies are you talking about? And that includes all the mass deportations. It will decimate the economy. Do people not understand that? I live in Texas, and yes, they proven many miscarriage deaths were preventable if treated with a now legal abortion. Thank you. Yep, there's no proof of that. That's just, they always say shit. Just they want to try to have a reason to not support her because they support him, so they make up this bullshit. Just saying. Oh yeah, I want to read that because see. Hope she's really not timed out. I don't think I timed her out. Let's see. Kelly sent me this thing. Choose your leaders with wisdom and forethought. To be led by a coward is to be controlled by all that coward fears. To be led by a fool is to be led by the opportunist who control the fool. To be led by a thief is to offer up your most precious treasures to be stolen. To be led by a liar is to ask to be told lies. To be led by a tyrant is to sell yourself and those you love into slavery. Octavia E. Butler. That is true. Have gave Russia our N95 masks during COVID, and our own nurses couldn't get them for months. It's true about the deaths and abortion laws. Yep. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up on comments here. Oh, I'm going to say that. Tara, just because you're a social worker or a healthcare worker doesn't mean that you know what is happening in every healthcare facility. Also a healthcare worker. I woke up this morning at 4, looked at the news, and it wasn't like the other times I faced disappointment from election results. It felt wrong. Yeah, exactly. It is. That's what I'm saying. I kept saying there's something wrong. It doesn't feel right. People who voted for Trump did so for many reasons, and a huge one is economy, not approving of open borders. It's danger to all of us. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. He wants to run on the open border, but who blocked the bill? Who blocked the border bill? Trump had all his Republicans block the border bill so that he could run on it and use it. He knew what he was doing when he blocked that bill and he had it blocked. How come people don't talk about that? And what about the wall that he was supposed to build? Do people know that he funneled money, or that there was money funneled by his buddy, because he always makes everybody else do everything, for the wall for millions of dollars, and that guy went to jail and he pardoned him before he left presidency? Why do you think that is? He never did anything. If you look at the border crisis, it's the same. And then he's going to decimate the economy and take Social Security. And then 2025 wasn't enough either. I so agree with all you're saying. Yes. Thank you. I totally agree with that. Melody Art, I've said that since the beginning, since I first heard it happen. He was the first person that come to my mind who had the most to lose. We already know all about Epstein and his sick world besties. Exactly. Oh, he's a great guy. Him and Diddy are great guys. You didn't vote for what's best for your families, though. That's why everybody else is scared shitless. You voted because you're misinformed and misguided. Didn't say you were evil. I said I feel sorry for you because you're misinformed and misguided, and it's not what's best for your families. I'm sorry, it's not. You think that people losing their Social Security and their health care is what's best for their families? I hope that you don't have Social Security, your mom doesn't have Social Security, or anybody else doesn't have, talking about he's going to decimate the economy. Just like he did before. 9%. We just fixed it. Do people not forget the Dems had to come in and clean up a gosh dang mess from the COVID that he ignored? So what happens the next time that there's some kind of pandemic? Because there is going to be a pandemic that's going to come. It's coming. Pluto and Aquarius brings that. I've seen it. It's coming. So he screwed us over the last pandemic. What do you think he's going to do this one? Tell y'all it's a hoax and it's fake and let it spread and 1.1 million lives lost again? What about your daughters? What if you have a daughter that suddenly needs an abortion at some point in her life because she's bleeding out or something of that sort? What are you going to do then? You want to pay $4,000 extra a year in tax because of the tariffs? Do you want a world left for your family because of the fact that drill baby drill is all he thinks about and not clean energy when our earth is dying? So you guys are misguided and misinformed, unfortunately. And 2025 is a step back in time. It's a step back to 1930s. It's him reforming the government. It's him going after his political enemies and causing a war and facing his he's wanting retribution on the people he feels wronged him. It's pardoning himself to stay out of prison. He doesn't care about you or anybody else. He cares about control. He's a narcissist. Think of any of the narcissists you've ever known in your life. And then he says, I want the generals just like Hitler had. Falling for it. Us medical professionals knew this would happen. Exactly. People don't read the news. Women are dying because they're not receiving the health care they need. Yeah, that's why I said it goes beyond. Nope, Trump didn't say he would release the health. He started to say it and then he backtracked and said, well, I don't want people to get in trouble for false fake news that's in there. I wonder why. He's never going to. He's a liar, a pathological liar. Do you know who holds the most records for lies? Trump, with like 30,000 lies or something like that. He lies to you guys constantly. He's not going to release the files. He'll probably burn them. You'll never see them. That's why he backtracked. Oh, but there might be some fake things in there, and people's lives will get ruined over fake things. Okay? Yeah. No. That law was in place for many reasons. Exactly my point. It goes beyond abortion. It goes healthcare in general. I'm glad, Vera. Spirit kind of forced me to do that. If you see the way the balls went off, Yep. But I really don't think that many people voted for him. I'm telling you, there's no way it was a landslide. When he's sitting there telling you guys, I have a secret. You don't have to vote because I have a secret. You know what I mean? Like, he's telling everybody, just like he told people he touches women peas. Like, it's crazy to me. People say I want Trump for my family, but he's a sexual predator. You wouldn't trust your daughter with him. He loves young girls. He loves them just like Epstein. He likes them on the younger side, just like I do. My niece had a miscarriage over the weekend, and they were worried about her not getting health care in Texas. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Diddy doesn't just have, yep, my niece is a nurse. She and oh, it's hard for me. It's early is hard. Trump hired people to build the border wall and gave his own company the PO for the materials that were all crap. The rest, his buddy Bannon embezzled. Hello, that's exactly what I'm talking about. They funneled money, and then he pardoned him. Yeah, they are. They just want reasons to support the vile human being that they support. Exactly, and he admitted it. My cousin went. Yeah, so what? They went to the same college. I don't. Exactly. Thank you, Carla. That's my point. And I'm glad to see that I do actually have supporters, because I seen that vibe with me and agree with me on this, because I see a lot of MAGA supporters and it's really annoying. But I always go to other psychics that, like, this is what they do, is political readings, and they've got some great supporters. So I'm glad that I have some still. I didn't do that, Kelly. Kelly said did somebody accidentally mute Kelly? How do you unmute somebody that was muted? I didn't mute it. She wasn't muted though, was she? She was timed out, I guess. I didn't do that. This is just weeding out the riffraff. Those that are meant to be here will stay. New tribe members will come. Thank you. I think so too. I think it was a test. I think it was a test for me. I think it was a test for my subscribers. And Spirit said that last night with the balls. So I really do think it was a test for all of us to see who is true, who follows the light, who has supported me for the right reasons. And I'm sure that hopefully this month I'm going to get a lot more cases done, and it'll grow. That's, I have to have faith and trust in Spirit. They did this for a reason. So they always demonize Kamala because they need it's called projection. So that's the thing with Trump supporters and Trump, is they project everything and they deflect. I know. I gotta get going. I fucking gotta go work. I gotta find out where this my first person is. He literally said he and Mike Johnson had a plan. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And it was a secret. He literally said it, but no one cares. Thank you, Vera, for becoming a member. I don't understand how people don't see it. Like, it just drives me wild. Yep. No, we're not. DK, I think that you're misguided. Sorry, I'm just gonna say. You're misguided. Why do you think everybody's freaking out? Because they know. I care, Father Sky. I care. I always care. You always have a home here. That's what I always tell people. I think we've always been struggling, right? We always go through rifts in our lives and we always struggle because we learn from that growth and we have to grow and evolve. We have to go through hardships to grow and evolve. We have to remember that we chose a blueprint. And sometimes it's a hard blueprint because we grow more from that. So, but I care. You can always come here for support if you want to. Just know that. Like I said, this is a safe place. Hey, Julia, I'm hanging as best I can. I'm trying to understand things, you know? Oh. I don't know how Trump is good for anyone or their families as well. People are ignorantly blind. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't understand it. He ran on the border, but he blocked the border bill. But everybody thinks that's what a lot of my people that I watch were saying today. Like, you're okay with like them rounding up people and putting them in the back of cars and putting them in jails. What happened to all the kids that he put at the border? Anybody talk about that? I hear that Biden and Harris get blamed for that, but who put them there? Trump put them in cages at the border and separated them from their families. Trump's spiritual advisor is the same spiritual advisor to the leader of the TikTok dance cult. Oh, good to know, Tracy. Tracy went down a rabbit hole, man. She could tell you things. Good evening. Exactly. And what about all of the generals that worked under him spoke out against bounds? All the generals said he was dangerous. He's an egomaniac. He's going to freaking get us nuked. Like, he's a fascist. All of them. People that worked with him will no longer support him. People in the White House at the time that January 6th happened, when she shared the text at the DNC talking about how he ignored things that were going on. No, let him riot, you know? And she left that day. That's not how a president's supposed to behave. He's not presidential in the least bit. I'm telling you, YouTubers, that he didn't even have a scar. Joe Rogan's like, let me see your scar. I don't know if you guys saw that. I don't know if you guys saw that, but he's like, and he's like, oh, you can't even see it. Can you imagine if a bullet or even shrapnel hit it? Like, he would have like stitches and it would be a lot longer than 2 days. Nothing, dude. I saw this video of all these guys from a island and they squeeze ketchup packet. Oh, Amy, we're here for you too. Oh, Julia, thank you. I appreciate that. I really need the love, honestly. This has been very hard for me. But it is something that is infecting the entire world. So although it's not crime, I feel like Spirit wants to talk about it. You know what I mean? I feel like I feel like Spirit activated a lot of light workers during this time. So that's why you've seen more readings on it than usual. And again, I've had people say, well, I know lots of good psychics that don't do readings on politics. Oh, well, I haven't in 12 years. What does that tell you? It's an important time. Spirit wants the truth out. They want, you know, that, and he's going to get rid of NATO too. So just saying, he's already threatened that. So I'm worried about he will pull us from NATO and send us to fight along Russia. Yep. But let's hope it doesn't get that far. I'm hoping it doesn't get that far. See, Father Sky, we care. We care. Don't ever think no one cares, sending you much light and love. Thank you. I'm glad you like both. He blocked the border bill, DK. There was a border bill that was very conservative that was put out, and he had his Republicans block it. Do you understand that? I'm sorry, this many people did not vote for him. She had a plan to also close the border and to do the right thing and not go around and wrangle up people and put them in jail and separate them from their families. Yep, I think the landslide is a smoking gun. I think they did too much. I think if they would have made it look more like, okay, he won by like a few votes or a few hundred votes or a few thousand votes, but that many votes, nope, I don't buy it. Not with her rallies and his. Nope, I don't fucking buy it. Especially when he's talking about he has a secret. Please tell me that they have caught on to that about him talking about that. about him having this secret. None of the math is adding up. He never had a popular vote. Now Boomy does. Lost many Republicans and then flipped all swing states? Yeah, I don't think so either. That's what I'm saying. I don't think so. And all those swing states had bomb threats. Let's not forget. From Russia intelligence, from Russia. Let's not forget that. The false trumpet concealing madness will cause Benizum to change its laws. From Egypt there will go forth a man who wants the edicts withdrawn, changing money and standards Nostradamus. That makes sense because I just got the chills. They do want to change the money, and I think I got something about that in my Autowrites, which makes me kind of worried. The false trumpet concealing madness. Oh my God. See? Because, back whenever I was seeing, I was calling him the Antichrist and I was seeing destruction with him, I was trying to channel Nostradamus. So right there, it's telling you the false trumpet concealing madness. That's calling him an Antichrist, does it not? People shouldn't attack me, period. They're not giving their opinion. They're calling me biased and being dicks. Sorry. And if people don't want me to reply to them, then they shouldn't reply in the first place. Like, they shouldn't. If I feel like I need to defend myself or spirit, I will. So I have every right to do that. They're not rude. And if you don't have to be here. No one's forcing you to be here, DK. You can leave. Yeah, exactly. You guys don't see how childish a lot of the MAGA supporters are, and how, just, oh, he's going to save us. Oh my God, you're stupid. You guys are pretty hateful on your side, and I don't think you see it yourselves, unfortunately. But I've seen it. And honestly, I don't need people here like that. I've already blown up my channel. So, it is what it is. You have to figure out why you're supporting me in the first place. Oh, we've been saying that the whole time, Brittany. Yeah. I really, really feel like Russian interference or something. He told everybody he had a secret. I've been watching you forever. You're always truthful and more right than almost anyone out there. He did say I have a secret and you don't need to vote. He did. He said it right there in his rally. Spirit reminded me of that this morning. I was like, oh yeah, he did. Cause you guys, you act like I went down rabbit holes. I listened to him. I listened to Kamala. I always have to remind myself how to say her name. I listened to both of them. I watched both rallies. I'm sitting here are people not seeing the same people, the same person that we are seeing? Yep, he always shows up as the devil or yep. He does show up as the devil. You're right. Because he delivered so well on what he promised before. Yeah, he did so well the last 4 years. I'm sure this 4 years he's going to do even better. Yep. I hope so. I mean, if Nostradamus is right, we're kind of fucked, but I don't know. I've read a lot about him. From childhood on, he has lied and staged everything in his life and win at all costs. Yep. And I urge everybody to go watch the movie that just came out and who trained him to attack, and never admit to anything. They will dig and get the truth. The popular vote. There you are, KJ. I'm glad you're back, I think. Oh, this is at 3:35. Shit, I'm an hour behind on comments. Shit, I gotta get going. Oh, I don't know. He said he was coming back. Fuck, I'm way back. Hold on. I guess I can't go. I'm not sure what you're talking about. We're not talking about Hillary. That's what I said. I said we're not talking about Hillary. That's what I said. That's what I'm saying, Flyer. How come nobody's gone back and compared the speeches to the words? That's what I'm saying, because he literally admitted to that. Oh, man. Sad. Sad, sad, sad. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oops, I think Kelly accidentally called me. Oh, man. See? Our kids don't like him. That tells you something. They're the ones that are the most innocent. If they can see it, if kids can see it, what does that tell people? I know. Why does she keeps accidentally calling me or something? I don't know. I agree, Erica. That's what I've been saying. Yep. See, Tracy, I said the crossed out thing like years ago, so it's not biased because it came in like when I'm channeling an Autowrite, like all my other Autowrites come in. All right, I'm gonna have to get down here and fuck, you guys are going way too fast for me. I can't do this. What is going on, Kelly? What? 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 Okay. Okay. Bye. That was KJ. I'm like way behind on comments. I gotta go. I gotta work tonight. Fudge. I still gotta go finish letting the dogs out, go feed the goats, all that good jazz. But she sent me something. Hold on. She's trying to get my attention. Ah, Don. It's out. It's out. They do know. It's out. Okay, this is what KJ just called about. Donald Trump says he has a little secret with the House Speaker that's having a big impact on the election. During his rally at Madison Square Garden on Sunday, Trump shared he has a secret with Republican Mike Johnson that they'll reveal when the race is over. Former President Donald Trump is not keeping his little secret with White Speaker Mike Johnson under wraps. During his Madison Square Garden rally on Sunday, October 28th, the 78-year-old former president gave a shout out to Johnson 52, saying, "He's going to be around for a long time, I predict." Given the Louisiana congressman's uncertain future as the leader of the House of Republican Conference, that comment alone raised some eyebrows by seemingly suggesting that Trump may soon vouch for the Johnson to keep his GOP leadership role. However, it was what Trump said next that sparked the most buzz. We got to get the congressmen elected, and we got to get the senators elected because we can take the Senate pretty easily. And I think with our little secret, we're going to do it really well with the House, right? Trump said, well, looking at Johnson, our little secret is having a big impact. He and I have a secret, Trump added. We'll tell you when the race is over. Trump's vague mention of an election oriented secret immediately had political experts scratching their heads to figure out what the Republican leaders cooked up. Some interpreted Trump's remarks as a hint that if Kamala Harris wins the election, the Republicans keep the House majority. Johnson might try to use this position to prevent Congress from accepting the election results. Before he was elected Speaker, Johnson was involved in efforts to change the results of the 2020 leading a brief in a lawsuit and overturning the president Joe Biden's victory. He was one of the 147 Republicans in Congress who voted to reject the outcome of the election, even as Trump allies repeatedly failed to demonstrate that fraud had occurred. On Monday morning, New York Rep. Daniel Goldman appeared on CNN and shared the thoughts on Trump's comment, saying, I think the secret yesterday that Donald Trump referenced very likely may relate to his pact with Mike Johnson, too, as a backup plan for when he loses to overturn the election on January 6th. CNN also released a poll on Monday revealing that 69% of voters believe that Trump will refuse to concede the election if he loses November. Nearly 9 out of 10 voters believe whoever loses the presidential election has an obligation to accept the outcome. That's why. See what I mean? That's why she accepted it. The past weekend, Johnson spoke with Axios and expressed that he has a very close working relationship with the President Trump and considers him now a close friend. He added, I know that's mutual. Trump tells me how much confidence he has in my leadership. So they know. Told on yourself, Trump. Sorry, I'm like so freaking behind. I'm not gonna be able to talk about all your guys' comments because like I said, I gotta go. But I wanna put all your comments up here for 2016, Trump also wasn't 78, but he was a predator. So, yep. Go check my other video when you're done here. There's something off. I'm telling you, this is not right. It's not right. And then he admitted it to everybody. Yep. I don't know. I don't know how he managed to stay out. Thank you, Karen. What are those glowing balls? So, they're cat balls. You can get them on Amazon. They have different ones, and the spirit just touches them to let me know that they're here and to validate things that I say. So that's what they're about. Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you, Karen or Karen. I'm probably saying it wrong. I know, and I have to try to do readings tonight and work because unfortunately I've got to do lives to do readings because the boys are supposed to get fixed next week. Congratulations on cancer-free date. Hopefully. Hopefully. Doors, VP Harris have suspicions. I think we all have suspicions. I tried to get her attention. I even sent emails and everything. Like, don't concede, don't concede. I don't know, you're probably not gonna listen to me, but see, people wanted her to. They're like, they need to accept the election. But you know what? Everybody was also trending, like, don't concede on Twitter. Jack Smith is planning to drop the federal charges. Well, I mean, he'll pardon himself anyways. So I wonder if he's going to drop them so he can refile. Wait, hold on. What did I miss? I missed a comment from Stacy that's false information, but you timed out Kelly. Don't time out Kelly. Please take your hatred and bigotry to the Trump page. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I'm so late on all these comments. Sorry. I'm trying to answer everybody's comments. I'm not used to having this many people in chat. He did say he dated his daughter if he wasn't her, but he said more. There's a whole article on it. Yeah, I know. Bye, Bubbles, or be right back, whatever. What? She's bison. I don't know what you're saying. Can I have it now? What? I had a private reading with Sloan and she was wrong. Okay. I don't want to talk crap about anybody. But I don't need people coming here and being like, okay, well, Sloan was right about this and you were wrong. I'm sorry. I don't need that. Like, I don't talk crap about other creators or anything like that, or other people, or other psychics. You guys can have your own opinion. I don't watch her for reasons I don't think her vibe attracts me. So, she's very much in the conspiracy. And the guy with the 13 keys, he's predicted the 40 last elections, except for one, I think. So, unfortunately, it's unfortunate that for Hillary Clinton, the emails ruined her, but yet you can release the same emails for Trump and it's okay. Erica. Yeah, it's not cool for MAGA to come in here and try to spam. Like, I'm not caught up. Thank you, Laura. I try not to, but I'm gonna have to get going. Fuck, I'm so late. I was only supposed to be on here for a minute, but you guys, Tina, I voted for everyone I vote loses for. I don't think you have to worry about it being fair this time, though. When women have been abused by people like him, their internal anxiety triggers. I feel most of it. Yes, I think so. Exactly. When an empath has been in a relationship with a narcissist, which is what America's been in this whole time, it does trigger. It triggers. And if you've ever been sexually assaulted and you see like this sexual assaultist walking around, like, it does. He's never showed his health records, as far as I know. The other ones were by his own doctor. Yep, Trump's niece also says he's a narcissist. Yep, he was hit with something else. I had someone get on to me about that, saying, "Oh, somebody lost their lives. Why are you saying he wasn't hit with it?" I'm like, am I talking about that right now? I'm not. I'm a medical and psychiatric professional and cannot convince brothers or dad. Yeah, unfortunately. I saw you were alive. Please know that we are all here with you. Appreciate you. I hate to see you crying. I know. I'm sorry. People don't understand how hard it's been for me, really. And then, like, I don't know. I feel like I blew everything up and there's no changes that I've made. But it's nice to see everybody here is on the same wavelength because I've been wondering why I had so many MAGA people coming at me. I'm trying to get through here real quick because yeah, I'll get ready for your leader to fall. I still feel like he's gonna fall in some way. I just don't know. I do too. 8 men to carry your ashes. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Hey! No, that was done before. I was like, hey, maybe that's where all the information is, all the videos and stuff. No. She was wait, didn't she pass recently? When did she pass, Tracy? When she fell down the stairs? When did she pass? I don't know. I don't go by timing. I just go by what's I don't really get timing a lot of the time. Sometimes. Yes. Well, Spirit made me, so Barb accidentally timed her out. Oh, okay. I'll have to let her know. She thought it was me, dude. Like I said, Aquarius is going into Pluto. Revolutionary. Thank you, Angie. Me too. Apparently, because I hate him, I'm also biased. So, I'm with you. I'm with you. Beetlejuice. Good night. Yep. The secret's important, but him saying you don't have to vote, that's the kicker. Exactly. Yep. Uneducated, easily led, and it's an embarrassment. I agree, Priscilla. I'm way behind them. I'm way behind. I'm way behind. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up because I do have to get out of here. But I want everybody's up here because they no longer show the chat on lives, and I don't want people to think like, what the heck? I don't think you were wrong. So hear me out. I think Biden will pass very soon and she will be president. Does that make sense? Then I think something will happen to Trump and JD Vance. I hope Vance isn't president, but I mean it kind of matches my visions, but I fucking hope not. He's just a mini Trump. He's a misogynist. I can't find anything on it. I saw another psychic talking about like 40 million votes missing, but I can't find anything to validate that. They're trying to he's already said he was gonna get rid of it. Shows how much people respect women. I mean, they would allow women in their life or yep, little girls around Trump. Exactly. You don't recognize a predator? Come on. He is the first beast. Yes, Father Sky. Yes. I've been saying that. He's an antichrist for sure. Spirit told me he was. Like you can never convince me otherwise. You can't convince me. And that's why it's like almost like if he does make it to presidency, then it's like it'll show everybody, I guess. I won't have to sit here and complain about anything. Yep, no president well, the only see, that's what Kamala was gonna do. She was gonna try to talk to, companies and get prices lowered and stuff because that's not a government thing, that's company thing. It's getting dark here. I gotta fucking get up. It's getting cold too. Mill envelopes are taken to the polls to be counted. Inside were 2 thumb drives, and each envelope to be added to count. These were supposedly the early votes downloaded to the drives. Rochelle, we need to remember that documentary was it Slice pretty accurate. The evil that seeps through beyond. Yep. I think so because its head wound will be healed after a deadly wound. So also, I don't know. Everyone. Yep, we're witnesses for crimes. January 6th, still in top secret documents. FBI had to raid him, and then he's calling to get votes to steal the last election because he can't lose. But if he would have lost this, everybody cheated. I feel sorry for you, Unspoken Butterfly. Yep. Scary time to have anybody with Social Security and Medicare. Okay, that's what I was wondering, J Fox. If there's election tampering, then conceding doesn't mean anything. I wasn't sure. What do you mean he didn't do anything crazy? I think you need to do your research because there was wars and stuff going on overseas. There was stuff going on. I just saw a whole guy do a whole speech on it. I wish I could find it. You need to do your research because that's wrong. Then we lost 1.1 million people um in COVID, and then he didn't want to give aid for the hurricane and the fires, and he brought our inflation up to 9%. So what are you talking about? You guys have amnesia or what? He didn't do shit when he was president. Period. Again, misguided and misinformed. Don't do the research. Just listen to the lies that he spews. There's something in that coffin for real. Yep. So untrue. Okay. Baby's in 9th month. It rarely happens. I gotta go. Fuck. I'm gonna be late. I remember a woman wanting to protect amendment to protect kids 12 under from pregnancy and wanted pregnancy. Republicans voted against it, and they were monsters. Yep. Yep. He deep throated her mic. He sure did. And let's not forget what he did at that rally. It was a literal hate rally. Calling Puerto Rico trash. Yeah. She's been vice president. She doesn't have any say. People need to learn what happens in civics class. I mean, but they did pass a lot of policies. People need to go look at the policies they passed in regards to the policies that he passed. You know what I mean? Thank you, Erica. I appreciate that. Ask the people that didn't paid working on that wall. They had to take him to court. I'm not okay. I'm gay. My girlfriend, I voted for Kamala, but all my family and friends voted for him. It's very hurtful. I know. I'm sorry. Don't worry. It's not over yet. Oh yeah, best friends, dude. There's pictures of them. They used to stay at Trump Tower. Birds of a feather. I know I'm way behind. Sorry. I'm trying to catch up. Because I gotta go. You guys are just on it with the chat. Just like, oh crap, I can't keep up. Can't do it. I try to answer I think my problem is I try to answer everything because the chat doesn't show anymore. COVID will never be gone. It's gonna come back like the flu every year. It's just we'll build a tolerance to it like we did with the flu. Yep, you are misinformed and misguided. Sorry. He is getting rid of Social Security. There is 2025 coming in, and all the economists are saying that he will decimate the economy, bring us down to $5.8 trillion deficit, and rid Social Security because of that with the tariffs. So, again, misguided and misinformed. Go read what the economists are saying. No, we didn't have the best economy. I mean, he came in on Obama's economy, and then he brought it to 9%. Done with this person. Not doing it. Telling me my spirits are misguided. Yeah, him and Epstein, Reno. Him and Epstein. And again, he's telling go look on my go look on have you ever seen the Access Hollywood and the E. Jean Carroll together? You should really go look at that. Yep. He's not going to release the Epstein. He didn't. He literally backtracked and said, "Oh, nope, there's a lot of false information on there." You didn't need to listen to what he says. He backtracked on that. The lies about the pure presidency isn't thing. People have amnesia, dude. I don't know. They have amnesia. Nope. He did say that. No, he didn't, Mike. He said, I'm not having them released because there might be fake stuff in there that will ruin people's lives. Go back and watch it. He did not say that. Do you want me to go find it and pull it up for you? Do I really have to do that for you guys? Jesus fuck. Trump blackmails everybody. Trump is a pedophile. What are you missing? Yes, thank you. Hello. Hello, people. Yep, he lied last time. He didn't do shit last time. Just, again, go look at the policies. I told people research, and they don't do it. It's crazy. They don't do it. Yep. Holding the Bible upside down. Oh my God, look. Everything's happening. Oh, it has a mind of its own. Fuck. Thank you for the gifting the membership. Sorry, I'm so behind everything. Nope. SSI not increased under Trump. Decimated. Decimated. Misinformed. Misinformed. Go check out what the economists are saying. Yep. I know. Yep. Trump supporters a foundation of hate, and they're all misguided and misinformed. Yes. Something's definitely wrong. Thank you. I appreciate the love, sincerely. Yeah, there's a lot of naive people that are MAGA. I know he was respectful to my aunt, but the medium tells me he has no love in his heart. He doesn't. It's all a mask. People don't understand. Okay, sorry, Mike. Where's your proof? Show me your psychic. Show me the proof. Show me the 12 years of proof you have. Show me. Full of it. Yeah, go start your own channel and go read me over there right now. Okay. He has no policy. I know, that's what I'm saying. His policy is tariffs. I feel like that was a punch at me, so gone. I'm trying to make this a safe place. I'm not trying to he is blackmailing them too, because I got that in the if you guys have not watched the crime reading that Spirit made me do, go watch that. It's in the playlist, because I did talk about him blackmailing everybody. Yep. I know I'm getting off here though. I have to go find my first client. I have to get my dogs out. Like, I'm running out of time here. I have 2 readings tonight and my eyes feel like they're still asleep. I follow numerous political psychics, tarot readers. Every single one's on Kamala, hands down. Everyone is shocked. Putin made this election to match his own election. Yep. And the astrologist too. Yeah. I don't know, Celeste. You can't, I haven't understood that for the last couple months. No. I'm telling you, we're vibing with the tribe. We're above it all. We see things for what they are. So welcome to the vibing with the tribe. My 80-year-old mom and 80-year-old dad don't speak. Mom's for Harris and dad's Trump, and mom won't have anything to do with him. My mom hates him too. My mom's like, I'm going back to bed. I can't handle it. I said, she kept saying God wouldn't let him win, and I'm like, Mom, there's something hinky going on here. Exactly. What's so frustrating is others can't refuse to see what's happening on the right in front of their eyes. It's blatantly obvious, let they deny it, remain wrongfully ignorant. Yep. That's what I'm saying. So I've gotten to the point, I was so heartbroken by when people were leaving and I was losing subs. I'm not the only one that's losing subs. But there comes a point where it's like, I don't care anymore. I don't care. I'm down for blocking and muting now. I'm sure the right people will find me, and I've got all you guys. So it's not about growth for me. It's about Spirit's message. Although this is my livelihood. So vibe with the tribe. Rejection is protection and redirection. UK here, watch for a while now. Absolutely agree with you. You need to defend yourself in Spirit 100%. Yes, thank you. I know. It's because I'm usually live late. Sorry. And that's why, because I usually have to work. Well, that has to be Wednesday. I don't understand why they say you're provoking. Yeah, that's what I mean. I give them a minute, but if they're assholes, I kick them out. Vance scares me too. Yes, he's a mini Trump. They're all puppets though for 2025. One of the readers block people where they see it's posted, but no one else. We're not bothered, but I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean? Yes, Mike, Judy. What we can do is send out love and positive thoughts and hope that the truth comes to light. That's all we can say. Thank you, Katie. I just don't think it's over. Yeah. Thanks for I feel like I'm always working. Yes. So, Biden does have a lot to do, so, you know, send your love and light and positive thoughts and everything you can. I don't know how so many people are okay with a man who's committed essays so many times and makes fun of people with special needs and sold Bibles and pay for his hush money with fraud trial. Yep. And people justify his behavior. Yep. And I still think he had something to do with his wife's death. Can't help it. NDA was over the next day. What is in that coffin that took 8 people to carry with all of the ashes? Spirit won't let me leave that alone. There's documents, there's stuff in there. So I hope it gets dug up. I wish I could go dig it up. I'd do it. I would go do a background report on Mike Johnson. Probably Trump. I know. It was funny. Somebody said, I wish we could have another island. I said, I wish you guys could too. Go there with your dictator. You go have your person over there and we'll have our person here. That would be great. Adjudicated on the 24 counts. Yep. Or 34 counts. I don't think it's like legal if they find cheating. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm not forgetting the bomb threats. Everybody else can forget the freaking bomb threat. I just posted a video about that if anybody's interested. It's on the community page. Thank you, Teresa. Love you here. Don't forget that post. Trump with the SCOTUS elective privilege. Joe gets that option. I don't get that. I don't know what you mean. Okay. Thank you, Sally. I'm glad that you're telling me that. I know. I know. Trust me. Thank you. Thank you, Judy. We appreciate you. We appreciate all the positivity. I felt like that for years, Teresa, but this year I did. I haven't voted in 42, well, not since I was 18. I'm 42 now. I haven't voted since. I did today though. I mean, not today, but I did vote this time because I felt like it was important. And I started feeling like if I don't vote, then what I say doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying, Jill. And he admitted it to everybody. He had a secret though. That's what I'm saying. Something heart attack, and Big Macs, and Coke and Adderall. Yeah, it's hitting in my first house, Laura. My astrologist has been on to me. I need to like do some big cases and shit. It's just right before it was like I thought it was like a day before her NDA was up. Just saying. I saw hands push. I'm just saying. No, he didn't. What? Obama didn't die in 22. What are you talking about? Ivana. I was like, Obama, what? 2022. He ran in 2016. Wait, when did. Oh my god. It just hit me, Tracy. That's where everything is. It's gotta be. Because they keep bringing up that coffin. So 2022, right? And Epstein was in 2019, so I bet you he had him and he put him in the coffin. I bet you that's where somebody go dig up that damn coffin. I want to see what's in it. I bet you there's freaking tapes and everything in there. I'm not sure what you mean. I do private readings. I'm not doing readings right now. I've got to go. Actually, I have a couple readings. So you have to look on the schedule. I have a booking link. So you have to go to the booking link and look on the schedule. It's usually Wednesdays. But if that doesn't work for you, it's really important. You can always email me. I don't get it either. I don't get it. However, some election denialing lists and like official positions are clearly nefarious things going on. Yep. By the way, Trump can't get rid of us. Yes, he can. If he decimates the economy and there's nothing left, it will take from SSI. Do you understand? Good night. Good night, Reno. Good to have you here. Vibing with the tribe. Vibing with the tribe. I know. We just got to keep the faith, okay? Yeah, go check out all the stuff. And I did a criminal one too. If you just want to educate yourself. Hopefully this was educational to you, Reno. If you guys haven't watched the video I did last night, go ahead and go watch that. Thank you. Vote for me. Vote for me. Yeah, I know. He probably we won't say it, right? We won't say what we're thinking. You guys should have written me to be president. Yes. I will be a president for all people. Yep, they don't do their homework. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Jenna. There's people that are Jumpster for the dumpster. Now, Reno, did we flip you? Did we flip you? I hope he's still here. I don't know. I'm trying to catch up so I can get out of here. I'm fucking late. I haven't heard from my person though, so I hope we flipped him. Did we flip him? He liked Trump. Let's hope he doesn't like him anymore. I hope so. I hope so. There's something hanky going on here. Something hanky. I don't ever use that word, but hanky. I know. Anybody got any penetrating radar lying around? For reals though. I'm telling you. That aligns with the timing, Tracy. That's why Spirit keeps showing me that freaking coffin. Hey Trista. I gotta get out of here. For real. I'm trying to put all this on here because they don't show the live chat anymore. Yep, she fell down the stairs when he had an elevator. Exactly. Okay. 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 Oh, fuck. All right. I just got to go to the end of this. I got to get out of here. Oh, wait. I turned the other cheek and realized what the hell is it? Thank you. Yes, he flipped. He flipped. Reno flipped. That's the third person we flipped. Woohoo. Bringing you into the light, baby. Bringing you into the light. I love open-minded people. Like, you can, we love to, just like I like turning skeptics. Same thing. Yep. We flipped Reno. We flipped Reno. All right, my day is made. Woo! Hooray! Right? I turned one of my clients, she was like, I don't know what the hell I was thinking, man. Out of the dark and into the light, Reno. Out of the dark and into the light. And like I said, if you want to go watch any of those videos, like, you'll see what I'm talking about. I'm proud of you, Reno. I'm proud of you. Bravo for learning facts. Bravo. All right, guys. This has been so much fun. I don't even want to go, but I gotta go. Yay! Whoop whoop. I wish I had like some kind of sign, like sound for Reno. Here. Yes. Whoop. We can say we did something today. Welcome. Welcome to the light side. My job is done. There's a reason you were in chat today, Reno. Yay! I'm so proud. I'm thank you guys. I want to thank everybody for being here today. I hope that you're all okay. I'm sending you light and love, and know that dance party. I'm sending you light and love, and just know that just breathe, okay? Just breathe. I have a feeling that they've got it. They already know that something's coming up. You know what I mean? Well, make sure you've got your notifications on. So, like I said, I never talked about politics, never knew anything. I got myself educated, and when Spirit brought me into this, and I knew there had to be a reason for it, it's because it's a huge light and dark battle right now, and it's a major thing. It's more than politics. It's right and wrong. It's love and light. It's all of that. So, Please breathe. Remember to breathe. Okay, let's trust. Let's send all the love and light we can. Yeah, they were really nice last night. They went off the entire time, but yeah, they went off a little bit today. So make sure that you guys hit the like button on the way out for me, please. And I appreciate y'all being here. And again, I'm so glad that I have so many supporters that see things like we all see things the same and we're not in the dark, because I was wondering there for a little bit. I was really wondering because I had a lot of MAGA coming at me. So I really was wondering. I do. I love our community. We have a great community. So let's not over till it's over. Let's hope that with that article that came out, they're on to him. Okay? Let's hope they're on to him. So, all right, I gotta go. I gotta go find out where my client is and what's going on and go feed the goats and stuff. So, let the dogs out. Thank you guys. Love you.